Monday 6:30 p.m. Eastern. A Healing Path with Reverend Robyne Marie. Zizi Majid. Surviving illness and their loved ones. Special guests.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our show, A Healing Path. I hope you all are doing well today. I am sure you're missing my co-host. You're not seeing her. The reason is that she had some personal things to take care of, and unfortunately will not be able to be with us tonight. But, as I say, the show must go on. So here I am. And we have a wonderful guest with us, Marie Sullivan, that I'll bring in a little bit. But before we go anywhere, welcome again. Thank you for being here with us. And this is our weekly show. I just want to say that a weekly show, every Monday is 6:30 to 7:30. And if you miss a show, you can always watch it on All Access Television Network Television. So let's start with what I always do, which is a breathing exercise to calm ourselves and calm the noise of the day, that whatever we have dealt with, calm it. So let's start with that. So what we'll do is I'll just do 3, and you can do as many as you want. So we start with a deep, slow inhale, and we hold it 1, 2, 3, and then we exhale. All right, let's start. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready as well. So our first guest, or our guest today, is Marie Sullivan. She is a cancer survivor, lung cancer survivor. She was diagnosed early in late 2024. And she is the president of the Women's Club of Paramus, the present president, and she's familiar with the role because she has been the past president. So I think let us bring her in. And hi, Marie, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, so good to have you here, and so grateful for you to be here and share your story today. So I know you from the club, but I don't know you well because I'm a new member of the club as well. But I know that I've heard so many great things about you from a lot of different people.
Oh, thank you.
No, it is true, and I find that true because little that I know of you, I find you very warm and kind and endearing. I really love those qualities. And I, hoping we learn a little more about you, me as well today. So why don't you tell us, again, who you are, what you do, and your, uh, this your diagnosis late 2024, and then what went happened after that.
Well, late December, after the holidays, I was cleaning dishes in the sink, and I lifted a very heavy cast iron pan, and I pulled a muscle very badly in my back. And I it started to get worse, and I started to become a little concerned when, after an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, I couldn't sit, I couldn't lay down, I was in terrific pain. And I'm a little intuitive myself, and I just closed my eyes and I said, Lord, if there's something serious, please let me know so I will go to the hospital. And overwhelming came about around me, go to the hospital. So I woke up my husband, and by 4 o'clock, we were in the car. 5 o'clock, we were at the hospital getting testing. Originally, they thought it was just a kidney stone. It was extremely painful. My blood pressure had gone sky high, which shows pain, and they ordered a CAT scan for my back because that's where the pain was. And I went back to the room and waited for the results. And the doctor came in and he said, "You do have a severely pulled muscle in your back, severely pulled, but that has nothing to do with your lung cancer." And I looked at him and said, "No, no, no, I don't have lung cancer. I only have a pulled muscle. I have nothing." And he said, "Oh, no, you do. You definitely do. It's early stage, but you definitely have it. We see it on the CAT scan." And of course, your life changes in a minute, 1 minute.
In a second.
Yeah.
Second.
And at that time, my father was very, very ill. And unbeknownst to us, he was at the end of life. He was sick for 5 years, and I was his medical caregiver and medical proxy to all of his medical care. And with that very intense concern, my husband and I made the painful decision not to tell the family my diagnosis until I had more information. And so over the next couple of weeks, we went through biopsies that were very painful. I didn't realize how much your lung hurts when it's hurting and biopsied. I had no idea about those things, but they did in fact confirm that it was a very, very aggressive form of cancer. And my father passed away, and after 3 weeks to the day after I buried him, I was in the hospital having surgery to remove a third of my lung. And I really feel that I was blessed, and that I definitely have angels around me that allowed this to happen, because they were able to get everything with no radiation and with no chemotherapy.
So blessed.
It was really a blessing, honestly, a blessing. Um, the recovery was a little harder than I expected, because I had gone in for some lung functions before the surgery, and I had an extremely high lung function. And the thoracic surgeon said that I would not have any problems because I do have such a good lung function. And the pain was so intense after the surgery that I was surprised at that. And I am someone who can tolerate a great deal of pain. So it was, needless to say, discomforting, like really upsetting to me. And every week the hospital kept calling, "How you doing? How you doing?" I said, the pain is tremendous. I can't believe the pain. And that went on for months, honestly. And 6 months later, I went back in for another CAT scan to see if anything was growing or if there were any other concerns. And that's my routine for the next 2 years. Every 6 months, I'll go in. And they found that I was recovering from a rib fracture.
Oh,
So the surgery was a robotic arm, and that often, which I didn't know, I wasn't prepared for, often can fracture a rib because they're in a very tight spot. So at least I knew that I wasn't being a baby, that it was a very painful healing. So, but I am doing well now, thank God, and this is where I am.
so thank you so much for sharing. It's important for everyone who's hearing and for others to know the story. You know, there is so many types of cancers now, and people go through so much when they have different types of cancer. But you know, the best thing is that you took action right away. You didn't delay. You didn't, oh, it's just a pulled muscle. You know, sometimes you, oh, it's just this, it's just pain. It'll go away. A week's pass, then months, and then you really don't feel that good. And then you go in, and then, so that is one blessing for sure. That,
I Yeah, you're right. Well, I think one of the biggest lessons I learned was to trust my instinct and listen to my body. I knew something else was wrong, and when I made that prayer, should I go? I listened. What was the answer? And the answer was yes, go right away.
yeah, but even when you know, unless you are, most of us don't pay that much attention, especially when you were already taking care of your ill father. So
Right,
you already have a lot on your plate. And, you know, so you put yourself, we all do that, you know, it's like after, okay, I'll take care of this first and then me. Okay, I'll do this first and then me.
right.
So that unfortunately is how we are. So I'm a
Yes,
caretaker now, and that's how it is. And so that's something, it's good that you did what you did when you did, you know, and uh, like I said, very blessed, like you're saying, you're blessed and lucky that it didn't spread. You didn't have to go through chemo, which is another big deal. Uh,
yes.
yeah. So,
Less. And
yes.
I really was given a lot of hope by other members, especially of my of our women's club, that were able to share their stories with me, their stories of survival, and that gave me hope and really comforted me. And that outreach and support was truly a blessing because I didn't have to worry about even meals, you know, a phone call and every single thing that they did, that everyone did to support me, surrounded me with love and that healing grace.
Yes.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah. And that's what's beautiful about that community, the club, which
Oh, yes.
I've been there a little over a year, I think. I don't know, probably a little over a year. But I feel the same. I feel very comfortable there, as if I've known everybody forever. You know, it's a good feeling. Like you, I am very intuitive, and I go with my gut feeling, like they say, and how I
Good.
feel about people and I feel about places and things. And it's a very good feeling I get there, and that's why I'm involved. And you know, it's I don't have that much time, but whatever I can do. But tell me how this affected your family? Of course, you have your husband. And who else is there?
My husband and I have 3 children, um, all out of the house. They all live out of the house. But of course, when I woke up in my room in the hospital, the children were there. My one daughter and her husband and 3 grandchildren live in Maryland. And when I opened my eyes, I saw my husband and my daughter from Maryland coming in to the hospital room. And, of course, your family surrounding you is the most important thing. So that was beautiful. And my daughter came for only 24 hours because, that's all she could manage with 3 young children. And but that effort was not it was so much appreciated.
Of course, of course.
So it was great. It was great. So
And that love, that care, coming from the family, coming from friends, coming from people is what really gives you strength.
oh,
It gives you
definitely.
a lot of strength. It's not about a meal, or it's about you knowing that there are people out there who truly care.
Absolutely.
So they are there for you when you need them. It's like they say, even with very good friends, you don't have to talk to them every day. You don't have,
Yes.
you could be living hundreds of miles. Like you said, your daughter was in Maryland, but when you needed her, she was there, right?
Absolutely.
So that is what matters.
Yes.
It matters. Such a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Have that kind of love and that kind of care, surrounded by that kind of love and care.
Yes. One of the members had wanted to start a meal train for me, and I was a little embarrassed. And I said, no, no, that's okay. It's okay. My husband can order food or something like that. And she reminded me that I was always there for everyone else, and that, you know, I had to learn to allow others to take care of me.
Yeah.
And that was a little unusual for me. I was the always the one running to help and take care of others. So I wasn't usually on the receiving end because I didn't need it. And this time when I needed it, she showed me that allow it, and it allow people to gift you that.
Give you back.
And that was a blessing too.
No, it takes a little load off. I mean, you are not well, but your husband, then again, he becomes the caregiver. He was the
Yes,
caregiver. So for him, you are there. He's worried about you, the house now,
of
the food.
course.
So it's not about, like I said, the meals. It's like it's making your life a little easier. People showing and they want to help. They care for
Correct.
you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they care for you, they love you, they want to show, they want to be a part of this healing process,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And allowing them is really, it's good for them too, because it
Yes.
makes them feel good because they're able to help you.
Yes.
There, yeah, that we have to do that.
Many years ago, I was very close to one of the sisters in my Catholic church, and she had told me, don't ever turn anyone away when they want to gift you something, because you're robbing them of their blessing.
Their joy, yes.
Yes, and so that's their blessing, and I never forgot that lesson. So when this member set of the club said to me, "Please allow us to do it," I remembered that, and so I said, "You know what? You're right. If you really feel that you want to do it, okay, I'll accept it."
Yes,
And it just was a loving thing,
yes.
a
they,
loving thing.
they're just doing it out of love.
It
It's
was.
Yeah, they're just doing it out of love. And I think it's a needed thing, because and I had recently a friend's husband passed away, and I wasn't aware of this. There is something I don't even remember, but it's like a meal train. It's and you
Yes,
can get the meals, and everybody can contribute, or they can set. It's like a time, you have a time. Today I'll do take lunch. Tomorrow you
right.
take dinner. Whatever they set. It was so nice, I think, because nobody had to do anything but go on that. You register
Right.
yourself and you, right? So it's made easier. But I think it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful
Yes.
to
It
be able,
really was so helpful.
yeah, to be so helpful. So now, I mean, how are you now? At what point of your life are you now, and how did this change your life, or your you as a person, I should say?
Well, I'm learning to take one day at a time, and I'm learning to slow down and listen to my body, which was really important. I didn't always do that. I pushed myself a little too much wherever I felt I was needed, and I think it was really important to take this lesson. Everything, I always believe that if it's not a blessing, it's a lesson. And this was a lesson to me, a lesson. And so for things with the club, I just decided, yes, I can do it, but I I have to be mindful of when I'm tired or when I have to say no. Those things are very important. And so those are all lessons for me.
Yes. And that's a really great point, because, in life, when we are faced with difficulties or challenges or trauma or whatever, we really have to think of it as a lesson. It's taking us somewhere, it's teaching us something, something I believe good will come out of it, because, sometimes you need that. It's not easy when you are there, but sometimes you need that shaking up, that jolt, that, to take you wherever, or to be whoever you are, or something, I don't know, something good. I One has to take it as a lesson. Yes, we have to learn. And the lesson I also see is that, you started thinking about yourself, taking care of yourself, because,
Yeah,
yeah, you don't. And this body, and, I always say in healing, the first thing you do is take care of yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, you cannot take, if you fall ill, like, let's say, even if it was not cancer, if it's just you, some infection or this or that or something, where you were out for a few days, how are you taking care of your father? You couldn't have taken care of him, right?
right.
So yeah, so it's so important that we take care of ourselves first, and it's not selfish. I keep stressing on that, people think when you say should take care of myself, that is selfish. No, it's not, because if you are not in a good place, you can help anybody, can't do
Right.
anything.
Right.
And, so that's, yeah, those are lessons we learn, unfortunately, the hard way.
The hard way.
But, as long as everything's good, and you're doing what you love doing, whatever it is. And I heard you spoke at the American Cancer Society, and got a huge applause. And yeah, because to share your story is important. Each of us who have a story need to share it, because there is somebody somewhere who will benefit from it, who will take something away from that, which might save them. I don't know, which might do something huge for them. So sharing your story is important.
One of the people who walked at the Relay for Life, who heard me speak, came up to me afterwards and she thanked me, and she said the lesson I gave her was always have hope, never give up, always have hope, and she thanked me for that. So that was really, it was touching to hear that.
So there you go. You see, you inspired a person right there and then, and who knows how
Yes.
many more as they hear your story, as they see you. Yeah, it's so important for us to share of ourselves when we have gone through something like that.
Yes.
Just it's not about us anymore. It's about helping others, and it's about getting the story out, so maybe somebody else can benefit from it. So important. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So we are happy. So I believe you have somewhere to be at. I could sit here and talk to you for a while, but you have to
Yes,
be
I have another meeting.
needing to go to. Yeah, that's fine. I thank you very much for being here tonight. I thank you very much for sharing your story. It's so important, like I said, that you share your story. Keep sharing, and I look forward to seeing you at the club.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for being
See
with
you
us.
soon.
Thank you. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye bye. All right. So that was Marie Sullivan and her story. And as you heard, you know, that she went through this. It was a sudden thing. She wasn't sick. She wasn't ill. She was washing dishes, and then she felt a lot of pain. She thought it was a muscle, and then, she opted to go because she felt that she had to go to the hospital and saw the doctor and this, and they found out when they did the scan that she had cancer, lung cancer. So it is important. The lesson, I think there are a lot of lessons in this, but the one lesson also is that when something like this happens, when there's aches and pains, unusual kind of aches and pains, or fever, or swelling, or unusual things going on, then we immediately should be either going to see a doctor or the hospital, or to the hospital, and taking care of ourselves, because nothing is more important than our health, our physical and mental health. So I wanted to bring Marie in, and this is why I didn't say much before, but we started this channel, this segment here on All Access Network Television, a healing path, for this purpose. So we could bring you stories like that, and we could, talk about all that is out there that, it needs to be talked about, trauma, challenges, problems, whatever, and find ways of healing, and find ways, give you tools to manage. And uh, today, like I said, Marie had unfortunately couldn't be here. She had some other things to take care of. And I think our next guest is also not able to come on, Blaine Rohan, who is a big personality, and hopefully we'll have him soon, maybe next week. I don't think he's on this week. And let me talk about a few things while I have the time and I have you at your attention. So, healing, if you are going through any kind of challenges or difficulties or illnesses or trauma, this was about illness, surviving illness, and their loved ones, surviving. So, how you survive yourself, and then how your family, loved ones, your friends, how they uh, are affected by this, and what happens to them, to what happens to all these relationships, and how you move forward. But no matter who we talk to, or people I know and who have gone through, I myself went through a very severe lung infection, and was hospitalized, and was in the ICU for 10 to 12 days. And so, you know, again, listening to our body, I delayed stuff, so it got worse, and which is not good. So I had fever, till I got fever and extreme excruciating pain. Then I ended up in the emergency room. But I should have, when it started, I started with shivers, and with like a cold and shivers, and then fever came, and I should have really either gone to see a doctor or gone to the hospital myself. And so these are again lessons we learn, that we need to listen to our body. We need to take care of ourselves. We cannot take care of others and ignore our own physical and mental needs. So, with physical, being emotionally in a good place is so important, because mental health also, you know, depends on our ability to take care of ourselves in a good way, and look at everything as a blessing, and be grateful for whatever we have, and not to worry about what we don't have, and you know uh, just take everything as a blessing. Also, every day, live a day at a time, live in the present, right? Living in the past is not, doesn't do any good, and because we cannot change anything. Whatever has happened. It's done and over with, and we need to learn to let go and move forward. And living in the future is also, futile, I'd say, because we cannot control and we don't know what's happening. So worrying about is doesn't help. So the best way to live is to live in the present. You take care of what is happening today, yourself, your loved ones, and tomorrow will take care of itself, I say. So if any of you are going through anything, uh, try to find support. That's another thing. Like Marie Sullivan said, the support from friends, from the club, from the community, from family is so important, because it gives you the strength and the courage to move on, to take care of yourself and to feel good. Because if you know that there are others who are there for you, who are care about you, who worry about you, who will be at your side when you need them, you gain strength, you gain courage to face whatever it is that you are facing. And like I have, I think in the beginning, I have told you that I have, two people that are not well, and I am their caregiver. And so certain days are very tough. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that everything's good all the time. No, it's not. And there are days that are not good. But then there are days that are very good, because I have learned, and this is what you have to do. You have to learn to, whether you do it on your own or you seek professional help, you have to learn to center yourself, ground yourself, and to look at things in a positive way. Because what you can't change, you cannot control, you cannot worry about. That's there. That's not going to go away. So we need to learn how to try to move forward by taking care of ourselves in that way. And last time, when we had the first part, the first segment of this show, I spoke about the 333 rule, which is, when you are not in a good place, you sit down. Like I'm sitting down, you sit down, you know, think it's see, hear, and touch. So you look around you and you find three objects: one object, two object, and three. So first, second, and third. And you look at them, you take them in, whatever, concentrate on the object. Then hear. So hearing, you close your eyes and you listen, sit quietly and listen to some distinct sounds that you hear. So the first sound, second sound, the third sound. Once you're done with that, so this is now taking time, right? So as you go from one process to the other, it takes time. And it's without you knowing or doing anything, it is calming you and it is centering you. And then the third one would be the touch and feel. So you touch something and you feel it, soft, hard, warm, cold, whatever, three things. So this is how, there are so many different methods of doing that. And I say, this is one of them. And then the breathing exercise we did in the beginning, please try to do that every day, morning, afternoon, night, or every hour, whenever you need it, or whenever you need it, just sit there for a few minutes. It doesn't have to be for an hour, half hour, 20, 30 minutes. No, just a few minutes. Breathe in, inhale, hold, exhale, right? And you will see how it changes. And with that, go for a walk. I love nature. It's raining out today, so a walk will be little difficult for me. But if you're somewhere where it's nice and go out and you feel like you're too, kind of things are getting to you, just go out for a little bit. Just walk in nature. Nature heals, nature nurtures you, nature is good for you. And then music. I love, love, love music. I was away last week, and then I was driving home, and I was extremely tired because, when you're away, you do things, and really you need a vacation after a vacation. It wasn't really a vacation. We were there for a graduation. But so I was driving, and this one song that I like, I put it on, and it just just listening to the song, I felt good. It's upbeat and nice, and it made me feel good. And I kept listening to it till I really felt good deep inside. That, and these are the things that you could do for yourself. Watch a movie or watch a show, or go out with a friend if there is somebody that you feel she should see. Just go out. And the biggest thing I want to tell you is really that helps me is to reach out and help someone else. When you are not in a good place, when you don't feel, you're hurting, think about somebody else who is not doing as well, or who's not doing well, or who's even in a worse place than you are, and reach out to them and do something for them. And instantly, I'm telling you, instantly, it'll make you feel better. Because if you hear them, the gratitude in their voice, the hope in their voice, the hope you give them, the care you show, the love you give them, gives them hope, and you hear it in their voice, and you see it. If you see them, you'll see it. And that is something that really heals me in a second, makes me feel good in a second, when I reach out and touch someone else. So these are the things. And today I think we'll have to cut short. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry, because our other guest is not coming on, I'm being told, and then missing our co-host, Reverend Robyne Marie, but she will be back next Monday, and we will be back. So I think we were going to have a discussion on gratitude, but whatever it is, it will the All Access Network, television will be putting it on, and then once we know what it is, you can go on there and see, or I'll be sending links to people that I know and the groups that I am in, and you know, we hope to see you Monday at 6:30, and hopefully you guys have a great week, and stay positive, stay centered, take care of yourselves. Till we meet again, I'll say goodbye now. Thank you so much. Bye bye.